Hello, I am Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into real-time Web3 analytics for marketing agencies. We can see how marketing agencies can use the various Web3 data and various tools to make analysis and take appropriate decisions in their marketing campaigns. So what exactly is Web3 analytics? Web3 analytics is basically getting data from various blockchains and trying to make sense what exactly the data tells about the user. For example, your users might be purchasing a NFT token, or they are playing a video game and they are creating a transaction in any blockchain. There are multiple different blockchains are available, so you need to make sure what your customers are using, and then you need to have the tools that can able to extract data from that particular blockchain. For example, if your users are using Ethereum blockchain, then you need to have tools that get data from Ethereum blockchain. Same with Solana or Binance or whatever may be the blockchain. Ultimately, you need to have the tools that get the data from the blockchain and then create various graphs for you to make appropriate decisions in your marketing campaigns. So for all those decisions, you need to make sure that you collect the data and store it and then create various visuals for you to make appropriate decisions. So there are various tools and techniques that we can go through in these presentations and see how as a marketing agency you can able to get those data and make sense out of the data, what the users want, and ultimately make appropriate decisions in your various marketing campaigns. So the main thing you need to understand in getting the data is whether the data comes in real time or it is coming 30 minutes or 1 hour delay. In blockchain, the data changes rapidly. The market fluctuates. For example, it's not like a stock market where the market works from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. In crypto world, all the data changes and then the crypto value goes up and goes down 24/7. So you need to make sure that you have getting the data and making sense of the data. And also the users are all over the world. And day by day, the number of users are growing and there are more users are coming in from all over the world. So you need to have the tools and technologies to get the data from the blockchain in real time so that you can able to adjust your marketing campaign based on what happened. So you make some actions. For example, you are sending a email campaign and you want to know how well the email campaign is working within a particular time period, say 1 hour. If you wait for 24 hours, then the data may not be there for you to make sense out of it because the users might have moved to a different platform or they may not even responding to your email campaign. So you need to make sure that you collect the data or you have tools to collect the data and create various graphs for you to understand what is going on in your marketing campaign. So the challenges in the traditional analytics, for example, if you are using Google Analytics or any of the Web2 analytical tools, you can able to understand what is going on in the browser. For example, you can understand where the users are coming from, which geographic area they are coming from, and how much time they spent on the browser, whether they are coming from the desktop or that mobile application. All those data points you can collect and you can able to understand, but that's where the traditional web 2 tools stops. It doesn't go to the web 3 blockchain data and collect that so that you can able to understand what they did on the blockchain. So you need to make sure that you have the tools that gets the data from the blockchain to connect so that you can understand what is going on in the marketing campaigns. And benefits of real-time analytics. As I mentioned earlier, you need to have the instant monitoring of data so that you can fine-tune your marketing campaign in real time. If you wait for 1 day or 2 day, it might be too long a period for you to make any decisions so that you can attract more customers. See, ultimately, your marketing campaign goal is to attract more customers coming into your Web3 campaign. You could be running whatever may be the Web3 campaign. It could be either attracting more users coming into your Web3 platform for playing games, or it could be a initial coin offering or NFT token sale. It could be any campaign. You need to act quickly based on the real-time data that you collect from the blockchain and use various tools and technologies, and also use AI to understand what is going on to make appropriate decisions in your marketing campaigns. And also, one other important thing is that in the blockchain data, all the data is pretty visible. Anybody can go and get the data used on the tool, but you don't know who the particular user is because all the transaction that happens, it has a public address. Using the public address, you can able to understand how many transactions happen for that public address, but you cannot identify who the user that owns the public address. For that, you need to collect the Web2 data and you need to get the user's permission also. And for all those things, you need to make sure that you collect the data in real time and make sense out of the data to appropriate the marketing campaign you are running. And setting up the real-time dashboard. So once you collect the data, you need to have the various dashboards for you to make sense out of the data, what is going on, because all the data that is available in blockchain transactions, or anytime the token is somebody purchases the NFT token, or somebody sends some money from their friends and family network, all those can be identified in the transaction within the blockchain. But getting the data is only the first step, and you need to have tools and technologies to visualize those data so that you know how well the marketing campaign is going, whether the number of users are increasing or decreasing or it's staying same. So all those things you need to create a real-time dashboard so that you can able to collect the data and create various graphs and visuals for you to do that. So from the marketing agency point of view, it's a lot of technical details, the backend APIs you need to integrate. So there are tools and technologies and various platforms are available for you to use those tools, either the monthly subscription or the annual subscription basis. You can able to use it. In my previous videos in this channel, I have provided various tools and technologies. If you are interested, if you need to know more, please go and visit those videos. You can search in Google channel and identify those videos, and you can understand more about the particular tools and platforms that are tailoring both Web2 data and Web3 data to create the real-time dashboards. There are various key metrics that you need to get from Web3 so that you can able to make sense of your marketing campaign. For example, from the user perspective, you need to understand the user activity. Basically, what exactly a individual user did or didn't do in the blockchain. Uh, Usually, they will have a wallet and they will have a public address, and using that, they will purchase a NFT token, or they will send one of their NFT tokens to their friends or family. So all those are all the user's activity. Whenever they did some action on the blockchain, then the transaction is created on the blockchain. The blockchain, as I said earlier, it could be Ethereum blockchain, it could be Solana blockchain, it could be any type of blockchain. So you need to understand which blockchain they have. They have wallet associated with that, and that particular blockchain will have the transaction recorded based on the user activity. And also, you need to collect data to understand the network performance. Network here meaning the blockchain performance. See, the blockchain transaction fee goes ups and downs based on the transaction volume that is happening within the blockchain. If you take Ethereum blockchain, if there are more users are coming and using it at any particular time, then the transaction fee for the user's action goes up. If there is less activity, then the transaction cost goes down. So you need to understand those, collect the data, create visuals so that you can understand what is going on from the user's point of view to again fine tune your marketing campaigns. And there are various tools and platforms. In my previous videos, I have specified one popular analytical tool is the Dune Analytics, where you can create sequels to get the data from various blockchains, and you can create graphs out of it and you can use it. And there is a free version of the tool and there is a paid version. And also there is a Nansen, Glassnode, all those tools exist. And if you are particularly interested in Ethereum blockchain, which is one among the popular blockchain, you can use Etherscan. It's a browser-based tool. You just have to register, and I think you don't even have to register. You can start using the tool if you have the transaction, everything. But those are all pretty generic tools. It doesn't tailor to any marketing campaigns or anything. So you can able to collect the data that is happening. For example, if you want to find out what's the best NFT to buy, you can use those tools. But those are all generic tools, and definitely you can use those tools to understand in real time what is going on in a particular blockchain. And the main thing, as I said earlier, to integrate those data into your own users' behavior so that you can identify how well your particular how well your marketing campaign is working on a particular day. Say, for example, if you are running a marketing campaign for a week, then you can understand what is going on in the first day, second day, and within a day, what's going on in the first hour of your marketing campaign, second hour, third hour, all those data points you can able to do, provided you have the right tools and platform. Those type of marketing campaign analysis, you cannot use the popular tools I mentioned, the Dune Analytics or Nansen. So you need to have a different set of tools for that. And again, in my previous videos, I have provided many examples what are the different tools that are there. And we do have within our AnalyticKit platform multiple different tools for you to perform that. We can talk about that in the later presentation. And best practices for implementing Web3 analytics. The data accuracy is very critical. The getting the data is one thing, and you make sure that you are collecting the data and storing it in appropriate data sources so that you can able to understand the data accurately. There are multiple data sources are there. As I said earlier, there are multiple blockchains are there, and you need to go to that blockchain and collect the data and store it appropriately and use various tools to correctly use the data to calculate what is going on so that you can understand how well your marketing campaigns are using particular marketing campaign that you are running on any customer that you are working on. And you need to make sure you are continuously optimizing your strategies. Not all marketing campaigns are going to be similar. The same marketing campaign that happened last month may not work the next month. So you need to perform the analysis on a regular basis and fine tune your marketing campaign and then change your strategies accordingly to attract more customers coming into your marketing campaign. And there are various pitfalls you need to understand before implementing before purchasing or getting into any Web3 tools. Sometimes over reliance on data may not be the right decision. So you need to understand the data definitely gives a lot more wealth of information. But that's not the only data point, that's not the only strategy you need to look into it. You also make sure that you need to understand the overall market around a particular crypto or particular Web3 strategy that you are working on, and also the customer base, or what type of customer they are, whether they have a Web3 development company or they're a NFT company, marketing company, any type of customer that you are working on. You need to work with them closely to understand what their goals, what their strategies, so that you can incorporate to have a successful marketing campaign. And last but not least, the privacy and compliance. Since the blockchains are public ledger, anybody can go and use the data. But as I said earlier, you need to attach the public address that are in the blockchain to a particular user. For that, you need to have a user's permission. There are various rules and regulation all over the world. You need to make sure that you follow the rules and regulations so that you are not violating any of the regulations. So for that, you need to have a user consent that what exactly you are going to collect from the user and how exactly you are going to use the data. In the Web2 world, there are still companies, they are anonymously collecting user data and then they are using it, they are selling it to other marketing agencies, but that's not possible in the Web3 world. So to be successful in the Web3, you need to make sure that you understand the user and you get the permission from the user, and make sure that you use the data appropriately and then get the consent from the user, and then you can have a successful marketing campaign. And another important aspect you need to understand from the marketing agency's point of view is the integrate the Web2 data and Web3 data. So far, we have been talking about the Web3 data, what is going on in the blockchain, the token transfer, transactions, anything that happens, the user activity, and all those. And then, as you are familiar with that, the Web2 data, where the users are coming from, which geographic location they are coming from, which browser they are using, or how long they stayed in your website, and what did they do on your website, and how many different pages they visited, and finally they clicked the purchase button of NFT token. See, once they purchase the NFT token, then the transaction happens in the Ethereum blockchain or whatever blockchain you have. Until that point, all the data, they go to your website, they visit 4 or 5 different pages, finally they leave the website, then they are not finishing the transaction. So you need to create a marketing funnel from web 2 to the web 3, and where the users are dropping. Say for example, there might be, based on your marketing campaign, there would be 100 users coming into your website, only 20 users are purchasing the NFT token. That means you need to understand what happened to the 80 users, where they left, and why they left the website. So that you need to understand those data points and collect it and create a funnel, so that ultimately you want to increase from 20% to say 70% or 80%, so that you will have more users purchasing the NFT tokens. All those data points you need to collect and integrate Web2 data and Web3 data. For that, you need to have a proper tools. So we have within our AnalyticKit platform, we have multiple data tools that are available to collect the Web2 data and also collect the Web3 data and integrate those and create a 360-degree view of the customer profile, individual customer profile, so that you know what happened, when the user came, from which link they came, how much time they stayed on the website, and where they dropped, whether they purchased or clicked the NFT token to purchase it, or they dropped in the middle. All those data points you can collect and you can able to analyze and ultimately fine tune your marketing campaign to be a successful in the marketing that you are doing for your customers. And there are various strategies that are available for Web 2 and Web 3 data integration. So the Analytic Kit is one of the tool that I mentioned. There are other companies they are working on. I'm not familiar at this time because we are at the forefront of these technology, collecting the Web2 data and Web3 data. I'm sure you can Google around and find other products if you are interested. And so, and another important aspect is, as I said, the real-time data processing. So you need to make sure that you are collecting the data in real time, both the Web2 side and Web3 side, and integrate those two data to create the real-time dashboard, various dashboards, so that you can able to understand what is going on in the Web2 side and also Web3 side, ultimately fine-tune your marketing campaigns. And then to conclude, what else you can do? So the Web3 technology is changing rapidly every day. The new rules are coming in with the current government in the US. They are pro-crypto government. There are a lot of policy changes are happening. You need to make sure that you understand collecting the data, or whatever company you are working on understands those and implementing it, so that you are not violating any of the laws based on wherever you are located. So each country has a unique laws in the crypto world, and it keeps changing. So you need to make sure that you understand and you are upfront in collecting the data from the users. And also AI is coming into this world. In the last 2 years, when ChatGPT came, AI has been expanding it, and you need to make sure that the company that you are working on is using various AI tools and technologies, integrating their products, so that when the time comes, you can able to use the AI to ask questions and then get the results right away. So there are various tools and technologies are available, but again, those are all in the very initial stage. I expect in the next 8 months to 2 years, there are more and more tools will come to integrate Web2 and Web3 data. So you need to make sure that you understand those technologies from the marketing standpoint and see how you can utilize those tools to ultimately grow your customer base. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And as I said earlier, you can go to analytickit.com to learn more about what type of Web2 tools we have, what type of Web3 tools we have, and how we integrate. There are various study materials, blogs, and videos are available. Please visit. And if you still have questions, please let us know. You send us an email or post a comment in this channel. We'll be happy to help you. And you can go to dpa.analyticit.com and register and start using our tools and see it yourself if you like it. And please help us to grow this channel by subscribing to this YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye.